Hi guys, welcome back to the I Don't Even Know podcast. I'm Em, I hope you're doing well. Today, I'm here to do a little rant because Pretty Little Liars reboot, Original Sin, Summer School, got canceled. And obviously I'm pissed off. I did episodes for season 2. I think I did a combination of episodes for season 1 at one point before school started as well. But I did it. I was a fan of the show. I'm a huge fan of the original as well. I've watched all of the spin-offs partially. Kind of. I watched the original, of course. I tried to watch Ravenswood. Could not get past episode 5. It was trash. So, if you like the show, I'm good for you. I personally couldn't get into it. I watched The Perfectionist. And then this one. And by far, this one was my favorite. It was the strongest, and I had hope. I did. We are the only spin-off of Pretty Little Liars. It's a reboot, but you know what I mean. To make it to a second season. And, in this day and age, and I've talked about it in my Pretty Little Liars episodes, shows are getting canceled left and right, no matter how popular they are. It's a thing now. Back in the day, shows would just keep getting renewed and renewed. Or kind of. But now, no matter how popular it is, you're always on edge. It's it doesn't matter how popular a show is to me, I'm going to be on edge until it's renewed. Because they're canceling shit. I'm still scarred by May 2022 when the CW canceled everything. And I mean everything. Oh my gosh. What a day. What a month for us. That was rough. Especially because a ton of my shit got canceled and stuff I really cared about. And characters I fell in love with, I was losing, and universes. It was a rough day. And I'm scarred from that. And so now, no matter what, I'm on edge. It literally doesn't matter to me how popular a show is. For example, Ginny and Georgia. I remember when we were waiting for season 3 to get announced. It's not like it's my favorite show ever. It's not that, but I love the show, and so does my mom. And she's watching it with my grandma right now. I love the show. Season 2 was so much better than season 1. And even though it was popular and it was number 1, a ton of streams on Netflix, I was still worried. Because, I don't think networks, streaming platforms care anymore about the money aspect of it. Or they do. They just are canceling shit because Pretty Little Liars, I don't know how much money they were making for it and giving to Max, but it was doing really well. So well. It's it was number 1 on Max, or at least in the top 3 almost every week after an episode would drop. And it has a really strong community on Twitter and social media, because it's a lot of Gen Z people and maybe even younger. I don't remember what the next generation is after us, but we're talking about it, we're promoting it. It was doing well. And I think what pisses me off the most is season 2 was so much better than season 1, in my opinion. And the shit got better, and they were hyping season 3 up. So much. Dr. Sullivan fucking died, someone from the original, and everyone thought that meant we were gonna get some of the original liars back. And even Sasha liked a comment saying she would return. And I think someone else might have. I think Lucy also maybe said she would come back. So, what the fuck is the point? You, Max could have fucking got so much money. They could have saved their asses, and they would have been, insane if they renewed it and the liars came back. The people who don't have HBO subscriptions or Max subscriptions, they would get it for that. You know, that would break the internet. Like, Pretty Little Liars was, like, the most tweeted about show. I'm pretty sure. Like, back then, and it, like, it's not what started Stan Twitter, but I think it was, like, one of the most tweeted about shows. I'm almost certain. I don't really know if, I'm almost certain, but, like, I wasn't around for that. I mean, I was alive, but I wasn't watching. I'm pretty sure my sister was watching then. I watched it for the first time back in 2019. But it's like, if they did that, they would get more subscriptions, and it would do so well. Like, they had so much potential. And, like, I think it's great to have, like this kind of new generation, like, aspect in shows in a way. Like, sometimes the shit they say is embarrassing, because it's like, I forget, like, some people on TikTok actually talk like that, but it's like, we don't have a lot of shows like that, and it's just the cast too. Like, we don't have a cast that's like them, or we do, it's just kind of rare now that they all, like, communicate with the fans, like, during episodes, and are also close. Like, there's usually, like, some sort of issue in a cast, in a way. Like, there's always some sort of drama, or if there's not, they just don't really, like, they talk to the fans and they care about the fans, but, like, they don't really, you know, like, every week, like, talk to them and actually, like, follow them, keep up with them, like, talk about how excited they are for, like, this project and how passionate they are. A lot of people don't do that. They do. Like, every week a new episode was on, I would see all the girls, and then Jordan, who plays Ash, on Twitter, replying to fans, talking to fans. Just, like, not just promoting, but, like, being genuine people, and, like, asking, like, just being nice. Honestly, and, like, I think not a lot of people do that anymore. Like, there are a couple I think of. Like, when I think of actors, oh my gosh, I cannot talk. I'm sorry, it's really early. Actors and actresses who, like, talk to the fans, and, like, on Twitter, and, like, are really passionate about their show, and, like, talk about it and how excited they are. The one person I think of, and there are other people who are passionate, but, like, don't really tweet that much, but the one person I think about is Kennedy McMahon. Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure I said that right. Who played, I don't want to think about it, but it's over, Nancy Drew on CW. It ended last year. Show-stopping, incredible. Season 4 changed my life. Even though it was the last one, it altered my life. Like, I'm a new person after that. After what I went through. But, and, like, that got canceled, so, I mean, yeah. I mean, that wrecked me more than this, but still. So, with her, I, like, joined late, but what I heard before I watched the show, like, because I watched it right after season 3 finished. Like, the last episode dropped, I watched, like, I watched season 1 through 3 and then waited for season 4. And I saw stuff before that she was really nice and always, like, talked to the fans, and was, like, doing stuff a lot of people don't. Like, right now, it's just, like, talk to them, like, get them excited for the episode, like, live tweet with them. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And she did it for most of season 4. She had to stop because of the strike, but she did until, like, episode 8 or something, sometime around then. It might have been 7. But she would tweet. And not only would she tweet, she would get everyone fucking excited. Like, it is her fault that my expectations for episode 3 of season 4 were heightened, and it was incredible, don't get me wrong, one of my favorite episodes of the show, but it mentally destroyed me, and I cannot watch it without crying. I watched it since it aired for the first time. Not a dry eye in sight. Bawled into my pillow. Like, it's not even funny. Like, she gets people excited, and, like, gets them hyped for, like, all the shit that's coming this season, and just, I feel like that's what we need. Like, we need the actors and actresses like that. And, like, if you don't do it, it's not a problem. Like, it's fine. But I think we don't have a lot like that. So when you do have it, you kind of need to keep it, because they're keeping like, the fans engaged. And that's what Pretty Little Liars was doing. Like, they were doing all that. And so, like, it should have kept for that. But also, they had so much fucking potential. Like, they are actors. They're good. We saw their potential. I was ready to get Noah, Mouse, and Farron's final girl moment, because we got Tabitha and Imogen. I was expecting 5 seasons so we could get that. Maybe a 6 so we could get all of them having their final moment together. But at least 5. I was expecting, like, so much because they had so much to do, and the fact that it ended on a cliffhanger was what pisses me off the most. Like, we don't know shit really about what was gonna happen there. Just, like, they have masks, like those stupid masks in Riverdale that I still don't understand. Like, you have masks of the girls, they're gonna kill. It's gonna be like a killing spree, and there's gonna be a whole team or something. Well, that's what I got. And then Solomon died. We know Archie obviously killed her. There's not much there. It's all like that. It's like they, in a way, it didn't end on a huge cliffhanger, which that would have pissed me off even more. But it still ended with some unanswered questions, and I was waiting for season 3 because there was so much I wanted to see. Like, I wanted to, like I said, the other final girl moments, I wanted to see more of Farron, obviously, because that's my girl. I wanted to see all their acting again, because, like, their skills, they're so good. So good. I wanted them to be happy for once. Please. Okay, this is what I wanted really a lot. Imogen and Johnny, I needed them to redeem and, like, figure shit out, because they were so cute, and I'm still obsessed with them, and I'm still upset that they broke up. Like, obviously, I get it, because she hit him in the head with, like, a wrench, and then put his body in a freezer. And, like, I get it, but she's just a girl, she has trauma, it's fine. But I was almost certain that they were gonna figure it out this season, because they're so cute, and he seems like such an understanding guy, and I wanted more of them, because I just love them. And I also wanted to see more of Tabby and Chris, especially now that we know he's not evil, because, I mean, throughout the whole season, like, when I was doing my episodes about it, I was on Chris's neck, like, really, like, being like, no, evil, like, there's something off about him. He just gave me that vibe, like, things weren't adding up, and I know they did that just to, like, build up and for us to be wrong, and I'm so grateful I was wrong. But now that I know he's not evil, I liked them. Like, I started to like them at the end when I was like, okay, but I still think he's evil. But after we found out he wasn't, I was like, okay, yeah, they're cute. Because I just didn't want to admit it, because we thought he was evil, you know? And now that he's not, I want to see more of them. I just want to see the girls happy. I want to see more of, like, Farron and Kelly and the girls. I had a feeling at some point they were gonna try to, like, do a change and, like, make us think that it's actually Karen and not Kelly. I think it's actually Kelly. But people were talking about it on Twitter, and I kind of had a feeling that they were gonna do something like that later on in the show to kind of, like, switch back and do, like, a plot twist that it actually is Karen, or Karen's alive and she's killing people. I don't know. They just had so much potential, and as actresses too, like, they're so good. And, like, it pissed me off. Like, here's the thing, my expectations for season 3 kind of, like, went downhill after a bit. Like, I kind of had a feeling, like, the last month or so that it was getting canceled. Like, I didn't want to actually, like, think about it because I wasn't ready. But with, I think, season 2, it got renewed, like, a little bit after it ended, I think, or it's sometime around then. And I just kept waiting and waiting. And sometimes it takes quite a long time, but usually it doesn't take that long, I don't think, especially with shows that are actually going to get renewed. I was like, okay, but then all the girls were like saying, we're working on it, we're gonna get it. And I was like, okay, like, we're fine. But then, like, the last month, because I would think we would hear about it in, like, a span of a month after it ends. You know, and when we didn't, I was like, okay, it's not looking promising. But then I thought, with how well it did, and how it was, like, number 1, or, like, in the top 5 every week, and how the OG liars might be coming back, and, like, they're, like, how everyone's tweeting about it, we're good. Like, I thought we were fine. And of course, yesterday, that was awful. Like, I remember I was just going on Twitter to have a good time. Like, I finished my homework. I was tired. I wanted a good laugh. I wanted to watch some edits. I wanted to find all those polls that everyone's doing about ships and characters, because for some reason they put me on edge. And I was just ready to have a good time. And I opened it, and I saw one of, like, the Pretty Little Liars accounts I follow, and they were like, breaking news, Max decided to not pick up for season 3. I'm like, what the fuck? We had potential. Like, shows, like, what the hell? Like, everything's getting canceled. All the reboots, too. I'm still mad. Like, Gossip Girl reboot got canceled after season 2. Now Pretty Little Liars got canceled after season 2. iCarly got canceled after season 3. And I watched all of those, and I loved all of them, and I'm still mad. Like, fuck. And at least, like, for me, Pretty Little Liars probably was my favorite out of, at least, Gossip Girl. I loved Gossip Girl, though. I did. Like, justice for Monet. Like, that's my girl. But I loved iCarly, too. But I don't know, I felt like this was the strongest and had the strongest fandom out of it, because, I don't know. I think it's just people really liked, like, the horror aspect of it, and how, like, they really jumped into the horror theme of it. Because with Pretty Little Liars, they had some horror elements, but it wasn't this, like, much. But I think it makes it better that, like, these A's, or whatever they're called, they're going after and they're killing people. I think that's what the original was missing. They needed some, like, gore. They needed more. At least that's what I think. I'm just so upset. So much potential. Everything's getting canceled. There's no peace. Like, I'm losing all my shows. Like, it's not funny. Or if I'm not losing shows, I'm losing characters. Like, oh my gosh. But, you know, here's the one thing I will say. Since we got canceled, everyone needs to keep voting for Chandler for Dancing with the Stars, because she needs to win at this point. Okay? We lost Pretty Little Liars. Let's get her a mirror ball. Especially because she's the best one out of everyone. And Brandon, the poor guy, gets snubbed every year, and I'm still mad about last season. So, I'm going to end the episode here by saying, vote for Chandler, Dancing with the Stars, on Tuesday. First eliminations on Tuesday. So you can vote. Then save her, and vote every week, because we need to save her ass, and we need to get her to the mirror ball, because even though we have the fandom on Twitter, kind of, I mean, it might just be me, because I follow a lot of people that watch Pretty Liars, so it might just be that, but I think we have a good amount of people to vote. But tell your friends, keep voting. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you guys soon.